Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a long time since I sat down and done a beauty video and I'm actually really excited. And we're going to do a first impressions today, and if you haven't noticed by my tone and my voice, I am just hyped for this. I cannot wait. The brand I'm going to be talking about is Sculpted by Aimee. I got sent a whole load of goodies here and I cannot wait to try them out. I've had the privilege of working with Aimee Connolly a few times. She's actually one of the nicest people you could ever meet, and I don't say that about a lot of people in this industry. She's so driven. She's just amazing. We worked in a Nivea event together for a couple of days and she's just so kind and warm, lovely, really genuinely nice person. But that's not going to skew my opinion on any of these products, because honestly, Aimee doesn't care if I like them or not, because I'm sure they're selling like hotcakes. I'm just gonna have a look at what we've got here just to kind of like start off our base. If you guys have been watching any of my recent vlogs, you'll know that I've gotten big into my skincare routine. I feel like my skincare routine is trumps above makeup at the moment. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit of skincare. I'm going with the beauty base. So this says that you can wear it on bare skin for radiant protected base every day, or wear it mixed into your foundation for a quicker application on the go. Kind of has like a pearlescent look. Serum first, let's go with this. This packaging is amazing, so pretty. Ooh, it kind of has a little bit of like a stringiness to it. It kind of reminds me if you get that Korean skincare product with snail extract in it. Scent wise, this smells very like the Benefit Professional. Just bringing me right back to Benefit Professional days. I'm liking that so far. I mean, it's a serum. I won't know what it's doing until I'm using it for a couple of days. We're going to go in with the Cloud Cream. Again, this is just beautiful packaging. I have heard it's supposed to be compared to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. It's quite thick, which I love because I just feel real hydrated. And this feels really nice. It's probably the most on par with any Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream dupe or something that's similar to it that I've ever tried. I have literally tried all of the dupes for Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and never found anything even close to similar. First impressions on this, really like it, but is it amazing? I won't be able to tell until I use it a few times. Now I'm going to go in with this beauty base. I don't know if they do different shades of this because it's in rose golden. It's kind of screaming to me that there is possibly another shade out there. So it's quite like a metallic look to it, if you can see, and it's a little bit like shiny on the skin. Not shiny, but you know, it's going to give you a reflection of the skin. Obviously glass skin, youthful looking skin is in at the moment, this kind of like radiance, and I do quite like that. I'm getting like a bit of radiance from it. It's reminding me very much of my Tensational, which you guys know I obsess over that. First makeupy kind of thing is the Shape and Set brow pencil and fixing gel, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. One end you've got the eyebrow product, and on the other end it has this gel with like microfibers in it. Reminds me a lot of the brow lift from Charlotte Tilbury. However, this packaging is just like 10 times better. I have so many problems with this plastic packaging from Charlotte Tilbury. It just breaks, cracks, ugh. But it is my holy grail eyebrow pencil and I've been using it for years. I also love that Sculpted by Aimee is more of on the affordable end. Obviously it's not like drugstore prices, but then it's not like luxury high-end makeup prices. And I mean, if it does the same thing as a Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil, it will be replaced. I also really need to get my eyebrows done, so don't judge. I'm trying this product. I hope this product is a miracle worker. I need a spoolie just to kind of brush this product through, so I'm just going to use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. Beginner friendly, but I will wear it throughout the day and update you in the comments on how it wears, because that's the true test of a good eyebrow product for me, is if it actually stays on all day and doesn't go crusty. That is like glue, this other end. It really just kind of like stuck my eyebrows up. That brow product has done a decent job on my brows. Again, they're not great at the moment. They're just really sparse and all over the place. If you think my eyebrows look crap, it's nothing to do with the product. I promise you, it has everything to do with my brows. My god, my brows are such a mess. I haven't looked at them this up close in a long time. I've just booked an appointment with my brow technician because I was like, I can't look at these anymore. I've just filled in around my brows with my MAC, you know, the little MAC concealer palette that I always use. A couple of base products that I have here for the face are the Second Skin Dewy Finish Foundation. This is medium coverage in 4.5 is the shade. And then the other product, which I've used a lot, and I really like this product. Actually, that's the only other product I've ever used from Sculpted, and it's the Hydro Tint Moisturizing Tinted Serum, again in the shade 4.5. This is what I use on no makeup days, or basically every day of my life, because I don't wear makeup that much anymore. I just toss this on when I'm doing like the school run, or if I'm going out anywhere and I just kind of want my skin to look a bit more uniform. This is amazing. The second skin is what I'm going to use today. I'm super excited to use this. It looks like that. It comes in a tube very similar to the It Cosmetics, you know, their CC cream. Would you believe I've never used this? This is like their cult product. You know, that one product from a brand that is just their most amazing product ever? That's this from Sculpted by Aimee, and I've never ever used it. It says it's a mineral sunscreen, antioxidant, hyaluronic acid, subtle glow, airbrush finish. Apply to clean, primed skin using a buff brush or your fingers for a more dewy look. I'm going to take a foundation brush and then I'm going to blend it out with my makeup sponge. It Cosmetics Heavenly Looks Complexion Perfection Brush, my favourite ever. It actually looks really dirty, please ignore. I used it on Monday when I filmed my pregnancy announcement, and it's the first time I put makeup on in ages. Oh my god, this looks so good on my skin. I just feel like no product ever looks that great on my skin these days. So I think the shade is a pretty good match. You can see side by side, it's just uniformed my face, like still skin, still glowy, still fresh, but it's just taken away any blemishes or kind of discoloration. Yeah, this is insane. I sound like such a fangirl saying how much I like these things. I'm trying to be as honest as possible, and it's just my honest feelings about it. Because I just feel like if you guys are watching a video and I'm blowing something up and it's absolute crap, that's really not helpful, particularly to your bank balance. I can see myself repurchasing this over and over. I really think that is one of the best products I've tried in a long time. So I'm going to move on to Brighten Up Liquid Concealer. The shade that I have in this is Golden. I'm not going to use too much because I don't know what the consistency of this is like. And if it's really thick or a little bit goes a long way. That probably looks like loads of concealer to some people. And probably is a little bit overkill, even though I said I wasn't going to put that much on. This shade is perfect for me with regards to my base, and it's not too starkly white. I obviously am noticing a lot more creasing with a lot of concealers that I have at the moment. That's why I stick to like 4 or 5 different ones. So I'll be really interested to see, does this crease on me? Obviously my eyes are getting older, creasing is inevitable, but I don't want to be going around with creased, crepey, horrible looking under eyes. Oh, and just if you're wondering what I was using to set, I went in with the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, just from Shell Tilbury all over the face, and sorry, I can't close that. The Huda Beauty loose powder and pound cake. Now I've got 2 face products. Obviously we've seen the full edit one. I've used this loads of times in the past. And this is the other one that I have. This is the Bare Basics Eyes and Face Palette. This is in the shade Peony. Okay, so the bronzer is a little bit smashed. So we've got a bronzer, set, blush and highlight. I'm going to go in with the bronzer first. It is a bronzer shade, but I'm just going to kind of apply it where I would contour normally. I'm going to take the blush. This is a powder blush. I have the cream blush from the Edit one, but I've used that before loads of times. I'm just like trying to pick this up on my brush and I was like, this kind of feels a bit like it's like a cream to powder formula. So I'm just applying this to the apples of my cheeks. There's also a highlight in this product, and I haven't used a highlighter on my face in ages, like powder product. I usually use the cream one from Pixie. I love that one. So I'm just going to apply a bit of that up there. This again is the same formula as the blush, kind of like a cream to powder formula. Very subtle. You wouldn't be picking this up if you want a blinding highlight, but for something kind of like, I'm a bit dewy, summer skin, this is definitely right up my alley. I have this product which is Line and Shine Lip and Gloss. So there's a liner in one end and it's just a clear gloss. Shade is called Blush, which just looks like a dusty road shade. That word was rose, not road. So I just put my own lipstick on because I'd have concealer lips otherwise, and the one I'm using is Insight from Bare Minerals. The gloss has got a nostalgic taste to it as well, or scent. I feel like it's the Bourjois lip glosses from back in the day. So I'm going to move on to the eyes. These are the products that I have here, these 3 eyeshadows. I'm going to go in with this middle shade here. It's kind of like a mauvey, pinky kind of colour. They're a bit powdery. There's a little bit of a kick up from them. I've nothing on my eyes, no primer, nothing like that, because I just skip that step these days. Really nice shade. It's quite like a dusty pinky shade, which looks really nice with my eye colour, I always find. I wore a shade not dissimilar to this actually on my wedding day. I wanted like more of a mauve kind of purple than like browns. I just feel like they work better on my eyes. They make my eyes look a bit better. Jeez, why can't I talk? I'm just gonna apply a bit of that mauvey brown shade underneath my lower lashes as well. And then I'm gonna go in with the darker shade and just use that kind of on the outer corner of the eye. This is a brown shade, but it kind of has that burgundy almost to it, like a reddy brown, if that makes any sense. It's an absolutely beautiful color. These are like my favorite types of colors to wear on my eyes just because of my eye shade. And then finally, just for the eye look, I'm going to take the first shade here and I'm just going to pop that into the inner, I'd say like 1/3 of my eye, kind of giving the illusion of a cut crease. If you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Like I said, it's pretty basic. I feel like the eyeshadow is okay. It's not the best, not the worst. I feel like it would work a lot better on your finger, but I have talons, so I'm not going to be able to dip my finger into it, and definitely not going to be able to get it onto my eye. I'm going to take the highlighter out of this palette and just pop it underneath my brow bone, just because it is really subtle and it'll give me a slight highlight under there. I've got 3 different eyeliner products, 2 liquid and then this pencil one. So I've got Rich Brown and Ultra Black. I'm obviously going to go with the brown. And the other one I have is the Duo. We'll get to that in a minute. These are little pens, like felt pens. And I'm just going to do the tiniest little wing ever. Oh, they're very easy to use. Oh my god, I said tiny wing and now I'm like going crazy with it. What am I doing? I don't think we're in small wing territory anymore. And that looks as crooked as anything. They're really easy to use. They're just not the most pigmented. Maybe the black one is, but that one wasn't highly pigmented. I would prefer something a little bit darker, although the mess that I've created out there, maybe not. This is quite like the Charlotte Tilbury, you know, the duo ended. One is like a cream side and one is a brown side. Oh my god, they're super creamy. I don't know if you guys can see the cream side, but like the brown just glides on. Really, really creamy. So that eyeliner kind of took me a little bit to build it up. Eventually got it to work, but maybe it just needed to be warmed up, the product. So we are going in with the very last product today, which is the mascara. And this is their Sculpted My Mascara Brown Volume and Length Mascara. I'm very excited about a brown mascara. I love a brown mascara and I've yet to find one I really like. I thought I may have hit the jackpot with the Catrice Brown mascara, but no, it sucked. I'm hoping this one's good. I'm just going to curl my lashes first. Ooh, so it's like a plastic spoolie and it's kind of curved. Oh my god, do I hate when I do that? Right, we'll move on to the other eye. God, it's so irritating. Your makeup's going really well. I was really happy. Everything was working out just in my favor. Next time we get brown mascara underneath my eye. Oh, this is a really good mascara. Kind of just like grabs the lashes because it's like a comb. So it grabs the lashes, pulls them up and separates them. For somebody with no eyelashes, that is very welcomed. The mascara is brown, but it's much more of a cool tone brown and almost borderline black. So it's still making your lashes look dark. That's what I do find my major complaint with brown mascaras is they pull a little warm. I did eventually get to clean up the mascara underneath so you can kind of see. Maybe you can't, I don't know. My lashes are just non-existent. Because I've done liner, I'm going to stick on some falsies because I hate the way my eyes look. They look real beady when I've eyeliner on and no lashes. Okay, so lashes are on and let's discuss all the products. Obviously the skincare products I can't really talk too much about because I haven't put them to the test, but from first impressions I loved them on the skin, the way they went, the texture, the feeling. I love this beauty base so much, and like I've already stated, it reminds me a lot of the Tensational, and it just looked really nice on my skin underneath that foundation, which this is the highlight of the show today. I know it's a second skin, it's not marketed as a foundation, and it has an SPF 50 if I didn't already mention that. But if I was to recommend one product from today's video, it would have to be this. I think it's such a great product. I haven't looked at my skin and thought that my skin looked this well in a long time, because I don't know, nothing's working on my skin. I don't know if it's my hormones or what, but this looks incredible. Cannot recommend it enough. The other thing that I really enjoyed was actually the mascara, which is such a strange thing if you know me to be actually interested in, because no mascaras ever really stand out to me, but this was definitely up there with one of the best ones I've tried in a long time. And then the other thing I really like is this Sculpted palette. I just think it's super pretty. I loved all the shades. I loved how they all worked on my skin. I love that you have everything in one compact palette, and for me that's just amazing. Some of the middle of the road products would be maybe the brow product, because I can't judge it right now. It looks nice, but it's kind of the same as any old brow product. I would love to see this product though on its own, sold separately, because I feel like that has glued my brows down and I've never found anything quite as good. I used the Got To Be Glued, and that is just trash in compared to this product that I use. The brow product itself, like I said, it's just middle of the road. It's just a brow product. The concealer, again, kind of middle of the road. I'm not like overwhelmed or underwhelmed by it. I actually haven't looked at my eyes. Did they crease? No. They haven't creased, which might actually boost this up a little bit. The products I wasn't that crazy about would probably be this duo-ended liner. I just feel like you have to kind of like work a lot to get it to show up, and this product, I feel like that liner could just come on its own. It'd be a little bit more of a slimmer pack, compact product, if that makes more sense. And then the actual eyeliners that I use, the eyeliner pencils. This is a really good product, but would I rush out and buy it? Probably not. I think it's basic enough. Like, it's, you know, it's not blowing me away in any way, shape or form. They are my honest opinions on the Sculpted by Aimee. I actually think this brand is so good. I can't wait to try more product. I know she has a full coverage foundation I'd really like to try, and then there's a couple of other like blush products I'd like to give a go. I also know she has a bronzing product, a cream bronzer, which I absolutely adore, a cream bronzer, so I might pick that up soon. I actually am super impressed with the brand. I think it's a fantastic brand, especially for middle of the road prices. I think it really screams high end. Okay guys, that is everything, and I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. It's something very basic, but I think it's really pretty and quite like fresh as well at the same time. If there's any other beauty videos you would like me to film, let me know, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.